What's going on? What's going on? Hope everybody's having a great night tonight. Rick One Ball coming at you again. Crazy night in the NBA tonight. Crazy night. I had 3 games that I looked at and really watched tonight, and one of them being the Lakers and Rockets. Man, the Lakers are. I mean, is it just me or it look like they're toying with people? LeBron James is just doing his thing in the twilight of his career, shooting whatever he wants, dancing around, playing around. I mean, he's always been that type of player that want to interact with the crowd and play around, but he shot a 3 from the corner, turned around and looked at the bench before the ball even went in. I just can't deal with it. I mean, he's having fun out there, man. The Lakers is obviously a superior team. And, I mean, I'm looking at it from 2 sides when it comes down to the Rockets and the Lakers. On one side, like I said, the Lakers is just more of a dominant team, fully loaded, packed with talent, everything like that. And then for the Rockets, I just feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. I feel like James Harden isn't giving his maximum effort. I do feel good about John Wall for him to come back from that knee injury like he did. Or was it ACL injury? I believe ACL injury or Achilles injury, and perform the way he does. It's just ridiculous. He's out there dunking, doing his thing. But one thing I'm saying about why I feel bad for the Rockets is because obviously the chemistry is not there. And it was one play, before the end of the half where John Wall went up for a dunk, missed the dunk, and you could see the disgust in James Harden's face. Well, like he was just looking like with disgust. He doesn't believe in his teammates. He don't believe in them. He still wants to get traded. And that's just what it is. But Lakers win big tonight. The game was nowhere near what the ending score was. I mean, they just played with them boys. So, like I said, Lakers is looking real good tonight. And who looks really good, obviously, who else other than LeBron James? Anthony Davis, pitched in with some timely baskets. And Montrezl Harrell, I like with the energy he's playing with. He's really trying to be a part of this franchise, and he said he can help them win a second championship. So let's see if that's true. Second game I want to get into, which was a crazy finished game. It was Miami versus Philadelphia. That game went into overtime. That was a crazy game. That game was very, very close, and Philadelphia should be ashamed of themselves for even letting the Miami Heat come back the way they did. I mean, Doc Rivers, you got some things to look at as far as footage, all that tape and everything like that to see why the brain fart happened, because that shouldn't have happened. That should not have went down. Them boys was winning them handily, and Miami came back with a vengeance. Now, one thing I will say about Doc Rivers that needs to be said, he got Joel Embiid playing like a man. Hey, Joel Embiid, one-leg shots, dunking on folks, playing with body, playing with pace. He doesn't look like he's out of shape no more. Nah, not at all. He looks like he's in prime shape. So shout out to Joel Embiid. He had some buckets tonight where he just refused to lose. A little bit of time left in the fourth quarter. Miami had just made a bucket. Philadelphia was down 2. He demanded the ball. He didn't even demand it on the block, which is where he should be and why he receives all the controversy that he receives. He didn't demand it on the block. He got the ball at the top of the key and just shot the ball with conviction, shot the ball with confidence. Nothing but net. So shout out to Joel Embiid. But that was a hard-fought game. That game was very entertaining. I'm pretty sure that Adam Silver and the NBA is real pleased with that game. It was a big game. And, so that was a big game. Another game I wanted to get into was the Utah Jazz versus Cleveland Cavaliers. Clarkson on the Utah Jazz, he showed me something tonight. When he played with LeBron on the Cleveland Cavaliers, he was a good player. He was a little bit more muscular and everything like that. And he used to make some timely buckets, dunks, threes. He was really good. But this role that he's taken on with the Utah Jazz, it seems to be really working for him. He looked like he lost weight. Looked like he got not muscular. Looked like he got skinnier. He got the braids going and everything like that. But he was just hitting buckets. They could not stop him, just straight buckets. He was hitting so many threes. It was almost equivalent to what Danny Green, I almost forgot about this part. Danny Green for the Philadelphia 76ers against the Miami Heat. He hit about 9 threes. And each time he was going for the record, which is 10, he couldn't do it. But the 9 threes, that's just who Danny Green is. Danny Green, he'll light it up one night, 9 threes. You'll be like, man, this man is Ray Allen. This dude is right here. Is this Steph Curry? The next night, he's nowhere to be found. You got to put an APB out on for his game. That's what kind of shooter Danny Green is. But much respect and props to Danny Green for shooting the way he did tonight. Like I said, Doc Rivers got him playing on the string. So Philadelphia might be a force to be reckoned with in the East. Another game that came on tonight I played close attention to was the Brooklyn Nets and the Denver Nuggets. The jerseys that the Denver Nuggets is playing with, which is that like wine red, that deep burgundy, trash. Absolute trash. The NBA, you cannot see no Denver Nuggets that's always been baby blue and gold and no deep wine red. Just absolutely terrible. Jokic had a good game tonight. He did his thing. Will Barton was showing why last year when they was missing him in the playoffs because he had that injury. Yeah, Will Barton was looking real respectable with that 3-point jumper. It's very consistent, very, very, very hot fire, fuego. Will Barton was looking real good out there tonight. But Kevin Durant, I mean, Brooklyn Nets is like the tale of two halves. They started out the season 2-0, looking like they couldn't be beat, even though they were just only 2-0. It looked like they could not be beat. And the last 10 games, they've been 4-6. So now they're 6-6, and they needed this game tonight. No doubt about it. Or they would have been 5-7. They needed this game tonight. KD came through in a major way. I believe he had 34 points, 9 rebounds, 13 assists. He had some shots out there, man, where it was a break in the play, fumble on the play. He got the ball stripped a little bit, picked the ball back up from 3-point land, no hesitation, no confidence, just shot it with conviction. And when he hits, it's nothing but the net. It just straight soaks. So, and they needed that performance from him tonight. They needed 34 points, all 34 tonight with Kyrie being out. I'm not sure what's going on with Kyrie and why he's missed I think there's a second game straight. I'm not sure what's going on with Kyrie. Hopefully everything is good and he gets back on the court, man. You know, Kyrie has a tendency to let people understand that he's smarter than them, and he makes these good decisions, and the rest of the general public can't understand because he's so smart and his IQ is so high. But in all fairness, man, I hope Kyrie is okay and he comes back and better than ever. But yeah, Kevin Durant did his thing tonight, and it looks like Spencer Dinwiddie, Harris LeVert, Allen, look like them guys able to play ball now and have some fun. Ever since the Harden trade, they know the Harden trade is not happening because if it was going to happen, it was going to happen a long time ago. And now those boys are able to just be loose and play ball, have some fun out there. Because it's just ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous that they have to feel like they was going to get traded every 5 seconds because Harden this and Harden that. You know, I mean, Harden is a great player. Everybody knows that. But I feel like he would mess up the chemistry of their team. If he got to the Brooklyn Nets, I think he would just make them straight trash. Because it's only, like I said, it's only one ball. I said this to my homeboy a long time ago. It's only one ball. So, I mean, Harden is not one to just be moving without the ball. And he's not a Ray Allen type setup, spot-up shooter. He likes to just demand the ball and pound the pavement, and step-back jumper. So, like I said, who really impressed me tonight? It wasn't the Lakers because the Lakers, I expected them to do that. But who impressed me tonight, I would have to say, was the Philadelphia 76ers because they weren't supposed to let Miami come back the way they did, but the fight and the grit that they showed to stay consistent and to stay with it and persevere through that was big, and that was a big win tonight. That's the full slate of games, were the 3 games that I looked at and that I feel like needed to be talked about. If you feel like you want me to talk about your team, if I didn't get to them, I'm sorry, but hop in the comment section. All right, y'all, we out. We good?